Hi, welcome to another episode of Transformation Tuesday, and I'm your host, Carrie Winchell. Oh my gosh, sorry, I just felt like making the introduction that way, but I'm just being goofy. Welcome to another Transformation Tuesday, and today we are working again from the Love Affirmations Journal. And today, I think today's affirmation, today's transformation Tuesday, today's core belief is going to be a little bit more challenging. So the belief that we're working on, the new belief that we want to practice, that we want to imprint on our subconscious mind is I love and accept my total being unconditionally. And the writing prompt for this one is that unconditional love requires that we accept the aspects of ourselves that are both shadow and light, that we care for ourselves when we're on a high and at our lowest points. Question: do you only show love to yourself when things are going great for you? And I feel like this one is more challenging because last week's Transformation Tuesday was about self-acceptance. And a big part of loving ourselves unconditionally is going to be that self-acceptance. So I think that what tends to happen sometimes is that we're looking at external things to put a measure on how happy our lives are, or how good we should feel about our lives, or how fill in the blanks that we should feel. So for example, I'm making the six figures that I want now, so I'm happy. We moved into the house that we've always been wanting to move into, so now my life is meaningful. I dropped the 20 pounds, so now I'm happy with myself. And don't get me wrong, making the six figures that you want to make, losing the 20 pounds, and moving into your dream home, those things definitely add meaning to your life. But what can happen is where you are in the present, you start discounting your life. You start discounting where you are today. And you belittle the life experience that, or the life journey that you're having with yourself right now, because you're only seeing the aspects of the highs in life, the aspects of when life is good and great as lovable. And you're lovable, right? Even when you don't have those things. And this is why people are dealing with big self-esteem issues, is because, a lot of us have our esteem caught up in like our net worth. And when you lose the money, right, your self-worth goes with it. So this concept of unconditional love is so important. It's so important that we learn to love ourselves when we're in our lows and not just at the high peaks of life. So I love myself. I love and accept my total being unconditionally. I think is one of my favorite affirmations. Well, I know it's one of my favorite affirmations because it definitely teaches me how to accept the pieces of me that might be uncomfortable to sit with, the versions of me that might be uncomfortable to sit with. But if I can sit with that version of myself, I know I can get to the higher version or the next level of myself. A little bit more with the writing prompts. Do I accept where I am in all seasons? Do you understand that self-love may look different on different days? And do you understand that on different days, it might require you to love yourself in a gentle way, and on other days, love yourself more aggressively? And another prompt or reflection is, do you make the vows to yourself that couples make when they're getting married? Right? So sometimes those wedding vows might sound like for better, for worse, in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer. Okay? So sometimes we want other people to make those types of vows to us, but are you making those vows to yourself? Okay, so I love and accept my total being unconditionally. This is the thought to practice. And check out last week's Transformation Tuesday on self-acceptance, because that was the primer for this week's. All right, so we're working on core beliefs this year, and this is a growth theme. All right. And sometimes when we want to make changes and see changes in our lives, we have to address some of these core beliefs or lack of core beliefs that we're operating from. All right. So see you guys next week for the next Transformation Tuesday.